It's about owning what you already do and letting people see it. Because here's what I've seen over and over. When women in marketing start sharing their ideas, their voice, their approach, opportunities find them. Welcome to Marketing Your Way podcast. I'm Anastasia Mann, marketing strategist, agency owner, and business mentor. But more importantly, I'm your guide to breaking free from the 9-to-5 and building a marketing business on your terms. I know what it's like to crave more freedom, more impact, more income. I've been there, and this podcast is your shortcut to get in there faster. Each week, we dive into real strategies, expert insights, and mindset shifts to help you launch, grow, and scale your marketing business with confidence. And just in case you're wondering, yes, this podcast comes with a Ukrainian accent and a whole lot of straight talk. So if you've ever asked yourself, how do I find clients? What should I charge? Can I really do this? The answer is absolutely yes, and you're in the right place, my friend. Let's dive in. Hey friend, welcome back to the Marketing Your Way podcast. In today's episode, we are diving into something I think all of us, especially women in marketing, are quietly thinking about. Is the way we've been taught to work, market, and grow still relevant? Because lately, it feels like everything is shifting. The roles companies are hiring for, the tools we use, the way we build credibility, the way people buy. If you're still in your 9-to-5, maybe leading campaigns, managing an agency, or overseeing content for a brand, and you've been feeling a little off lately, you're not alone. Just tuned in. You might not have the full vision yet of what's next for you, but you can feel that something's changing in the industry and in you. And that's what we are talking about today. I'm walking you through 5 trends I'm watching right now, trends that are already shaping the future of marketing and opening doors for women who are ready to do things differently. These trends they are about paying attention to where the momentum is moving, so you can make smart, aligned decisions about your career or business before the world decides for you. Here's what we will cover today. Why personal branding is no longer optional and how to start building yours without becoming an influencer. What AI means for your value as a marketer and how to use it without getting replaced by it. Why more companies are hiring fractional and freelance talent and how that could be your soft launch into self-employment. What I call quiet ambition and why you don't need a dramatic leap to start doing your own thing. And finally, why ethical, human-centered marketing is winning right now, and how that benefits thoughtful marketers like you. Whether you're dreaming about going freelance someday, building your side hustle in secret, or even running your own business already, my hope is that this episode gives you clarity, confidence, and permission to lean into what feels right for you. All right, let's dive into the first trend I'm seeing everywhere right now. Personal branding is no longer optional. So trend number 1, personal branding is not optional anymore. Let's talk about the rise of personal branding because this one is a huge. For a long time, we were told to keep our heads down and let the work speak for itself, right? You do great work and someone will eventually notice. But in 2025, it's no longer about being the best kept secret in the marketing department. It's about being seen for your perspective, your ideas, and your unique approach. Here's the truth. People do not just buy from businesses. They buy from people. And that applies whether you're working in-house, freelancing, or building your own business. Now, before you roll your eyes and say, I do not want to be an influencer, let me be super clear. Personal branding isn't about dancing on reels or becoming a thought leader overnight. It's about intentional visibility. It's about building trust and positioning yourself as the go-to person for something specific. That something doesn't have to be flashy. It could be making complicated ideas simple, creating systems that save time, writing emails that actually get opened, helping brands sound more human, designing in a way that's clean but full of personality. And here's why this matters. If you ever want to work for yourself, or even just land more fulfilling roles, having a visible, memorable personal brand is like having a warm audience ready to cheer you on and pay you when you make a move. And here's the good news. You do not have to be loud, you just have to be clear. So what does building a personal brand actually look like? It might mean posting once a week on LinkedIn about what you are learning or observing, starting a newsletter for fellow marketers, sharing your story in a podcast interview, updating your bio to reflect the work you want to be known for, creating a simple personal website that shows your skills, experience, and services. This isn't about adding more to your plate. It's about owning what you already do and letting people see it. Because here's what I've seen over and over. When women in marketing start sharing their ideas, their voice, their approach, opportunities find them. So if you've been hiding behind a company brand or waiting until you have more experience, this is your permission slip to stop playing small. You are allowed to be seen. You are allowed to be known. And yes, you're already qualified to build a personal brand that opens doors. So now we are ready for trend number 2, the rise of fractional roles and freelance experts. Let's talk about the growing trend that's quietly reshaping the marketing workforce and creating huge opportunities for women like you. I'm talking about the rise of fractional roles and freelance experts. And if you've never heard the term fractional, here's a quick definition. A fractional CMO or fractional strategist is someone who works part-time or project-based for multiple clients, offering high-level expertise without being a full-time employee. It's like consulting, but with more clarity around the role, deliverables, and time commitment. Now, here's the interesting part. Companies want this, especially startups, fast-growing brands, and even larger businesses trying to stay lean. Why? Because they get access to senior-level talent without the cost or long-term commitment of hiring someone full-time. And here's why that's a win for you. If you've spent years working in corporate or agency roles, building real results across campaigns, launches, brand strategy, or creative, you are already sitting on experience that could easily translate into fractional or freelance work. You just haven't been taught how to package it. You haven't been told it's a viable, profitable career path. Or maybe you haven't had the permission to imagine yourself outside of a traditional title. So let me give you that today. You can build a 6-figure business working part-time hours, serving a handful of aligned clients who value your brain, not just your time. And here's what that might look like. You help 2-3 brands shape their content and voice with a monthly retainer. You serve as a fractional head of marketing for a startup looking to launch. You offer one-day intensives to help founders map out their email funnels or brand messaging. You run a content strategy workshop quarterly and charge more than you did for a full month of work in your 9-to-5. This isn't hypothetical. I've seen women and helped women do exactly this. And if it doesn't mean you have to quit your job today, you can start small. 1 freelance project on the side, 1 client at a time, 1 weekend spent mapping out what your consulting service might look like. The key is to stop thinking of your skills as something that only belongs in a company. Your strategic thinking, your creative ideas, your ability to lead campaigns or manage projects, that's valuable. And companies are hiring for it in new ways. In fact, many of them are actively choosing fractional over full-time because it allows them to move faster, get focused help, and test ideas without a huge intentional investment. So what does this mean to you? It means there is no one right path anymore. You don't have to either be employed or an entrepreneur. You can be a hybrid. You can design a new role that blends freedom with income. You can create something that fits your season of life, not just your LinkedIn resume. Whether you're returning from maternity leave, craving more creative control, or just sick of office politics, freelance or fractional work might be your bridge. And one final note here. When I started doing this, I thought I had to call myself a freelancer or a consultant or an agency owner. But honestly, you do not need a perfect title. You just need a problem you solve and a way to show people how you can help. That's it. And as this trend continues to grow, the question isn't, can I do this? It's, how soon do I want to start? A quick break to let you know, if you are craving real conversations about what's actually working in marketing and what's not, come join us inside the Marketing Your Way community. It's a free space for women in marketing and creative roles who want to grow, connect, and explore what's next in their careers. Inside the group, we share industry news, unpack trends, explore how different roles are using AI to simplify and streamline their work, and we bounce ideas around from campaign strategies to career shifts. Whether you are freelancing, leading a team, or quietly wondering what else might be out there, you'll find women here who get it. Go to marketingyourwaypodcast.com/community or tap the link in the show notes to join us. I can't wait to see you inside. And now this brings me to trend number 3. AI is changing how we work, but not if we work. Okay, let's get into one of the buzziest and sometimes most overwhelming topics in our industry right now, AI. I know, you've probably seen the headlines, AI is taking over marketing. Will ChatGPT replace copywriters? And here's why you should be worried. And here's what I want to hear from me as someone who lives and breathes this space. AI is not here to replace you. It's here to support you if you know how to use it. So let's break it down. First of all, yes, AI tools are evolving fast. From ChatGPT to image generators, podcast subscribers, email subject line optimizers, content idea tools, there are hundreds of ways AI is being integrated into marketing teams and small businesses right now. And it is changing how we work. But instead of panicking, what if we got curious? What if we asked, how can this make me more effective? How can I use this to free up my time so I can focus on the parts of my work that require real creativity, emotional intelligence, and strategy? Because here's what AI cannot do. It cannot replace your lived experience. It cannot make judgment calls based on human nuance. It can't see trends through the lens of your client's unique brand voice. And it definitely cannot replace the trust you build with your audience. That's what you bring to the table. AI is powerful, but it's not personal. And marketing, at its core, is personal. So instead of fearing AI, I want you to see it as your intern. As the assistant that helps you get started. Not the boss, not the creative director, but an intern. Here are a few ways I use AI in my work. I brainstorm content ideas when I feel stuck. I draft outlines for emails or blog posts. I repurpose long-form content into bite-sized captions or quotes. I draft proposals or slide decks faster. I transcribe and summarize podcast episodes like this one. It helps me move faster, but it doesn't replace my voice. So what does this mean for your career? It means that your most valuable skill isn't writing copy or running ads or managing a content calendar. It's your ability to think strategically, to connect dots, to understand people, to translate a brand mission into action. The women who will thrive in this new season of marketing are the ones who learn how to co-create with AI, not compete with it. And if you're still in corporate job, this is one of the easiest ways to start standing out. Be the person who knows how to use these tools efficiently. Show your team how AI can support workflows. Suggest a test, play around. Even if you're not ready to go out on your own yet, building these muscles now will give you a serious edge later. And if you're already freelancing or side hustling, Use AI to help you scale your services without burning out. It's how I've been able to serve multiple clients and grow two businesses without cloning myself. Although, let's be honest, sometimes I wish I could. One final thought here. Just because something can be automated doesn't mean it should be. Yes, AI can write an Instagram caption, but if your audience reads it and feels nothing, what's the point? So my advice? Use AI for the first draft, not the final say. Let it help you start, but make sure your humanity finishes it. Because people do not want perfection, they want connection. And that's something no robot can replicate. Trend number 4. Quiet quitting turned into quiet ambition. Let's talk about something I've been noticing lately, not just in headlines or reports, but in real conversations I'm having with women in marketing. A couple of years ago, quiet quitting was the trend. You remember it, employees doing exactly what was required, nothing more. No late night Slack messages, no saying yes to every quick favor, no staying online just to look busy. And while the movement started from burnout, what I'm seeing now is something new. I call it quiet ambition. Here's what it looks like. It's the woman who's still showing up to her 9 to 5, but also secretly listening to business podcasts on her morning walk. It's the one who's working through lunch, not to impress her boss, but to research how to price her freelance services. It's Canva tabs open next to Slack messages. It's playing with domain names. It's filling out an LLC form while her baby naps. It's journaling ideas between meetings, wondering, could I really do this? It's ambition, but it's quieter. It's more intentional. It's not about climbing the ladder, it's about building the bridge. Here's the deal. I see you. I know how heavy it can feel to admit you want something different, especially when everyone around you thinks your job is great. You are probably doing well on paper, your title sounds impressive, you've got benefits, PTO, and maybe even a flexible boss. But something feels off. Not because you are ungrateful, but because you are ready. Ready for more freedom, more alignment, and more creativity. More ownership over your time, your ideas, and your work. And that doesn't make you disloyal or selfish, it makes you human. Quiet ambition is the whisper that says, you could do this differently. And I want you to know, you do not need to blow up your life to start. You do not need to post a dramatic I'm quitting LinkedIn post or announce a new business with a confetti and a website. You can build quietly. And honestly, that's how most sustainable businesses start. Mine did. Back in the early days, no one knew I was waking up at 5 a.m. to work on my service packages before heading into the office. No one saw me with a notebook filled out with ideas or the weekends I spent Googling contract templates. No one knew I was landing my first client while still managing agencies in my day job. I didn't start loud, I started aligned. And if you are in that season, quietly ambitious, not quite ready to leap, but no longer content to stay still, this is your sign to keep going. That feeling you have, it's not a fluke, it's direction. Here's how to channel that quiet ambition into momentum. Choose one service you could offer tomorrow and write it down. Start building a list of people in your network who could refer or hire you. Block 1 hour a week to work on your business, not just dream about it. Follow people who make taking the leap and unfollow anyone who makes it look like overnight success. Take action, even if it's small, every week. Quiet ambition isn't lazy or indecisive. It's strategic. It's what happens when a smart, capable woman starts asking bigger questions and dares to imagine honest answers. And if that's where you are exactly where you need to be. You're not behind, you're just getting ready. Let's talk about email marketing. If you're over clunky platforms and wasting hours designing emails, it's time for a change. Meet Flowdesk, the easiest, most beautiful email marketing tool out there. Stunning templates, simple automation, no limits on subscribers or emails. And the best part, you get 50% off your first year. That's just $19 a month. Grab your deal now at marketingyourwaypodcast.com/flowdesk. It's marketingyourwaypodcast.com/FLODESK. And this brings me to trend number 5, ethical marketing and human-centered messaging. This last one is close to my heart because it's something I've seen shifting not just in trends but in values. We are moving into an era where ethical marketing and human-centered messaging are no longer nice-to-haves. They are expected. People, especially your future clients, are tired of the hype. They're exhausted by FOMO tactics, fake urgency, or inflated promises. They do not want to feel manipulated into saying yes. They want to feel empowered. And if you ever felt like marketing felt icky, too aggressive, or inauthentic, good news. There is a better way, and the world is ready for it. This shift is especially important for women like you, because so many of us were taught to sell ourselves short, stay humble, downplay our talents, or apologize for changing what we've worse. But ethical marketing doesn't mean shrinking. It means communicating clearly without pressure, giving people space to make decisions, being transparent about pricing, timelines, and expectations, using storytelling that invites, not guilts, leading with service, not scarcity. And if you're a value-driven marketer, this is your time. It means communicating clearly without pressure, giving people space to make decisions, being transparent about pricing, timelines, and expectations, using storytelling that invites, not guilts, and leading with service, not scarcity. If you are a value-driven marketer, this is your time. You do not need to shout out the loudest. You do not need a huge audience. You do not need to trick people into buying from you. You just need to build trust and show up consistently. And here's what this might look like in practice. Instead of saying only 2 spots left when there aren't, you say, I take on 3 clients per month so I can give each one my full attention. Instead of saying, if you do not invest now, you are not serious. You say, whether or not you hire me, I hope this free resource helps you take the next step. Instead of promising 6 figures in 6 weeks, you say, here's what worked for me and my clients, and here's how I'll help you build something sustainable. Your marketing becomes a mirror, not a megaphone. It reflects the kind of experience someone will actually have with you, and that's powerful. Here's the other thing. Ethical marketing isn't just about how you sell. It's about who you are building your business for. Are you thinking about the long-term success of your clients? Are you solving real problems, not just trending ones? Are you creating services that deliver transformation, not just transactions? Because here's the wild thing I've seen over and over. The more honest and transparent you are, the more your audience trusts you, and the more they want to buy from you. Being ethical doesn't make you less persuasive. It makes you more magnetic. And as this trend continues, we are going to see a major divide between brands that are purely focused on conversion and the brands that are focused on connection. So if you've been wondering, do I have what it takes to run a business? But deep down, you know that you care about doing the right thing, serving people well, showing up with integrity. You already have the foundation that most people skip. Ethical marketing isn't a trend that's going to fade. It's the direction our entire industry is headed. Because when marketing feels good on both sides, for the person selling and the person buying, that's when it's sustainable. That's when it lasts. And if you've been quietly waiting for a sign that your way, your thoughtful way, your human way is enough, that is it. Okay, my friend, let's bring it all home. We covered a lot today, from personal branding and fractional roles to AI tools, quiet ambition, and ethical marketing. Every one of these trends is shaping how we work, how we grow, and what's possible for women like us in marketing. I want you to remember something. Trends are just signals. They point to change. But the decisions, the direction, that's up to you. You do not have to act on every trend right away. You do not have to have it all figured out. But you do have the permission to start paying attention to what feels aligned, to what lights you up, to what's calling you forward, even if it's quiet. So whether you're still in your 9 to 5, just starting to dream of something more, or already freelancing on the side, I hope this episode gave you the clarity and confidence to keep going. Because the industry is changing and there is so much room for women like you to lead the change. And as always, if you're ready to take this deeper, I have a free resource that can help. Marketing Career Reinvention Plan that you can download at marketingyourwaypodcast.com/career. It's marketingyourwaypodcast.com/career. And hey, if this episode resonated, I'd love if you'd share it with a fellow marketer who's quietly dreaming too. We are better together, always. Thanks for being here. I'm cheering you on, and I'll see you next week on Marketing Your Way podcast. A quick break to let you know, if you are craving real conversations about what's actually working in marketing and what's not, come join us inside the Marketing Your Way community. It's a free space for women in marketing and creative roles who want to grow, connect, and explore what's next in their careers. Inside the group, we share industry news, unpack trends, explore how different roles are using AI to simplify and streamline their work, and we bounce ideas around from campaign strategies to career shifts. Whether you are freelancing, leading a team, or quietly wondering what else might be out there, you'll find women here who get it. Go to marketingyourwaypodcast.com/community or tap the link in the show notes to join us. I can't wait to see you inside. And that would be it for today's episode of Marketing Your Way podcast. I hope you are walking away with fresh ideas, new insights, and the confidence to take your next step. If this episode spoke to you, please do me a favor and leave a review. It will help more marketing experts like you to find the show and build their dream business. And hey, don't forget to hit subscribe so you never miss a new episode. Thanks for hanging out with me today. Until next time, keep building your marketing business your way.